What is going on, guys? Greg Blanchard here with Native Watercraft, and today I want to talk to you guys about spring kayak bass fishing. There we go. Oh man, that's fun. Nice chunk right there. So I just got off the water, coming on in from a successful day of fishing, and springtime is one of my absolute favorite times to bass fish. Now, depending on where you are in the country, the bass will start to move up shallow for their annual spawn around 55-degree water temperatures. Typically this happens in March or April for most parts of the country. The big thing for me this time of year is targeting areas where I know fish are moving into. So we're talking about areas where they should be spawning. Now in general, and depending on the type of water you're fishing, you're looking for shallow areas 3 to 5 foot in the backs of coves, around islands, or shallow flats. Some of the key features that you're going to look for are areas that have hard bottom. A combination of these conditions is set up for an ideal environment for bass to spawn. Additionally, if you can find pieces of wood or hard cover, even man-made cover such as docks, poles, or even tires, those are bonus pieces of cover that bass will typically tend to spawn on. Springtime is one of the most fun times of the year to fish, but it can be overwhelming with the selection of baits that you can pick from. For me personally, I like to take a 3-bait approach to try to maximize my time on the water and catch the fish. The first bait that I'll start off with is a moving bait or a search bait. It'll be a chatterbait, usually a 1/2 ounce in black and blue depending on the watercolor. If it's clean water, I'll go with a lighter green pumpkin. Dirtier water, I'll go with the black and blue. I like to put a boot tail style trailer on the back, and this bait actually mimics a lot of baitfish or bluegill that would tend to irritate or agitate spawning fish. Now, if they're not hitting the chatterbait, the other bait that I like to use as somewhat of a search bait is actually a Wacky Rig Senko. So a very simple bait, a stick bait, but I actually like to fish it pretty fast. I'll make casts towards high percentage targets such as a piece of wood, a dock, even a little hole in the grass if you can see it. I'll make the cast right to that piece of structure. I'll let the Senko or that worm slowly fall, and if I don't get a bite, I'll reel it back up and make another cast. It's something I like to call power finesse fishing. Now, say you have gotten a bite on the chatterbait and or the Senko, and you've worked that area a little bit, I like to use my boat to stand up, paddle around, and look for fish. I'm trying to visually see the bass now on beds or spawning. One of my favorite ways to catch those fish is with a bedding style bait, which is going to be a bluegill imitation or some kind of creature bait. I like to rig this on a drop shot style setup, and essentially what I will do is I will locate those fish and I will put my bait right on that bed that they create and entice them to bite out of agitation or just to try to have them move it off their bed. So that's kind of my 3-bait approach to spring bass fishing, trying to keep it as simple as possible, but also to allow myself to be efficient on the water. Again, this is my favorite time of year to go out fishing. You can catch quality and quantity and have one of the best days of fishing of your life, and even if you're lucky, catch a fish of a lifetime. So as always, stay safe out there, guys, and tight lines.